G'day, g'day. Welcome to another episode of Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage. Today, I'm playing with a Matchbox Pontiac GP Coupe. So, if you want to come along for a journey, you never know, might be a little bit of comedy in there. You just never know. Come with me over to Workbench. Let's see how we get on. Welcome to the Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage Workbench. Sorry about that, I got a little bit distracted. That's alright, but what we're looking at is I think I'm holding it the right way. Just bear with me for a moment. Trying to read it. Maybe you can read it. There we go. Matchbox number 22, Pontiac GP Sports Coupe, made in England by Lesney. So let's have a looky-see. Paint is play worn. We have a missing A pillar. We do have all four regular wheels on here. We have a good tow bar or tow hook. The screen, I think, is in an okay condition. So it's time for disassembly. I'll bring you back in a moment. Okay, welcome back. Two posts, one at the back, one at the front. I've used my Dremel tool to take the post heads off. So let's pull this bad boy apart. Like I said, regular wheels. I'm not going to take the wheels off, no need to. I can do the cleaning of that and the base as it is. Interior. Okay, now this is a nice little interior, what they did. So I'll need to get the heat gun, or hairdryer I should say, not a heat gun. Just give this part here a bit of a heat to straighten out the front suspension, and do the same thing on the back for the rear suspension. Because if you have a look, you can see how it's pointed up from sitting for a long time. And get a load at the size of that steering wheel. Makes you wonder how they sit in. Anyway, I digress. Now the screen is not pressed in. It has a square as opposed to a hole. Must have been just at the time where they were thinking about putting posts in. Because there is a post there, but it's not mushroomed. We do have a crack in the screen, or a scratch. It is a scratch as opposed to a crack. We may be able to polish it out, we may not, but we'll give it a good go at it. So we'll put that there. I'll get my clean tub. Now that I've cleaned up my work area, I can find things. So we can put that in the tub, that in the tub. I will repaint the base. I'll probably do it most likely off camera. And do that. That leaves us with our casting. As I mentioned, the A-pillar is missing, so we need to rectify that. So, and now that I'm having a closer look, the top of the A-pillar here is broken as well. Bottom is still intact. So while we're repairing this one, we'll fix this while we're at it. I'm not taking the doors out. I don't usually. There's no real need to. You can paint them with the doors on. I just don't want to disassemble it any further because these castings are weak at the A-pillars. And down the bottom here, quite often you'll see the VW 1600 TL, or the fastback if you like. They're usually broken at the A-pillars. So anyway, let's put that in the world famous stripper venue, and we'll go from there. See you in a moment. And we're back to our Gravesend Australia die-cast salvage world famous stripping venue. Our participant is ready. Our strippers are ready. Now they like to play with each other with some hot water. And we're getting to do this before we get to the tavern. And again, I just like to put the crystals in before the hot water. %98 of the time it doesn't spill over. And that's all we'll need. So we're going to let them have their little swim and their little fun and games. And you can see that the paint stripping is working. So they're having a fabulous time in there. And we'll come back when we do our wipe down. Catch you in a moment. So while this was playing with the strippers, I played with the hairdryer, and we've straightened out the front suspension unit and the rear suspension unit by using a hairdryer. So that should be ready to go again. And the other thing we have drying is our base. So I still have to clean the window unit, but I shall do that. I just noticed that. I wonder where he came from. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's get moving back onto this. And I've cleaned up my bench. Now I've got to find everything again. We're going to use the brass bristle brush. Now I'm going to need to be careful on this A pillar because it is broken up the top. I haven't super glued anything yet. And these brushes I picked up from the local supermarket. It's going to come out nice and shiny. And this side we've still got to fix the A pillar up. There's still the scourer to go through, and I'll be filing down some of these casting lines like what we have up the top here and up the top there. Maybe the ones around the back end here. These ones on the front fender at the top. We'll file them all down. I'll do that off camera. It's a needle nose files, and I'll fix up this A pillar. I'll do that all offline, and we're about to go into the tavern because the tavern doors are about to open. See you when I've had a few. Bye. Well, we have now fixed up the missing A pillar. We have fixed the top of this pillar. Our doors do open and close. Now that I've touched this, hopefully the paint will stick to it. Hang on, we're just trying to get the toilet roll to sit in nicely, because I don't have the fancy stuff that a lot of the other guys have. There we go. We'll just sit it in there. Now I'm going to paint this with rattle can paint right from the can. So we've masked off where I'm going to keep the chrome type finish. That door does shut properly. So you'll get to see this one again at the reveal. So see you there. This is just a reminder as to what I started with at the beginning of this episode. So here we are now. Here we are with our Matchbox number 22 Pontiac GP Sports Coupe. If you didn't follow the video, you've only just come to the end. This is what we've done with it. We've stripped it. We've repainted it. We have fixed up the missing A pillar using a cotter pin. We fixed up the A pillar on this side up the top with some super glue and baking powder. We've repainted the base. We have just rubbed back to give the chrome look on the polish on the front and rear ends of this vehicle. We have cleaned and polished the glass. We have fixed the suspension and I'll close the doors and we'll be back. And here it is with the doors closed. It is a roller. We'll just make it come round so you can see that the suspension now works, front and rear. I'm happy with this. I hope you are as well. Thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing if you have. If you haven't, why not? It's free. Like the video, share the video, and we'll catch you next time on Graves in Australia Diecast Salvage.